what's in your training buckets. We like to use the training bucket analogy for our adult clients to help make sure that they are balancing out their training program. So we've got multiple different buckets. We've got our mobility bucket, so can you move your body through range of motion, right? Do you have your stability bucket? And most of the people think that's core, but single leg stability and stuff like that, it's included in there. Then we want to talk about our power bucket, so your ability to move quickly. Then we look at our strength bucket, so can you move heavy loads in space? So a lot of times we get caught up in the two buckets that are most overflowing is our cardio bucket, right? We're spending a ton of time doing a lot of steady state, maybe running on the treadmill or whatever modality you prefer. And then the HIIT bucket. So that could be a combination of sprint training based training on a treadmill, or it could be, you look at a lot of our group exercise classes. Those would classify as a lot of that as get your heart rate elevated, rest, and get back. Now a lot of people are overflowing those two buckets. Their mobility is not great, their stability is not great, and they have maybe a little bit of strength and a little bit of power. When we're getting older, we have to make sure we're filling all those buckets because you're going to run into issues. If you don't move great and you don't have a lot of mobility and you're jumping into a high intensity training environment, you can do it, but the cost of doing your business is going to be a lot higher, right? That's where our injuries come, or there's nagging things that I always do, or you're going to be burning up a lot of energy to do those things, and it can make training very hard. So when you're thinking about going and getting started on a training program, make sure those are the big key buckets. You don't need to fill them all, right? We'd like to have something in all of them. If you need help organizing your training program, reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you. Set up a free strategy session. We could talk about what buckets you're filling, what buckets you're not, and where your next step should be. So if you need help, reach out. Look forward to seeing you around the club.